Grand Rising. How y'all doing this morning? I don't like the word morning. No one's morning anything. How are y'all doing today? Grand Rising to the family. Cam J Network. How you doing, family? Welcome in. Welcome in. Coach Hudson. Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's go. How y'all doing? Show y'all my face this morning. How y'all doing? I just came in to cook on a little bit what happened last night and a little bit of news. Because I'm going to that meet and greet later in the week. I ain't gonna have time. Y'all know I be struggling to go live Wednesday, Thursday, damn Friday to recap fights. So yeah, just briefly and get my little boxing news app up here. Hope you guys had a wonderful night last night. I did. I absolutely did. So I was excited for this fight. I talked about it a little bit Wednesday or Thursday. Um, and I think I was pleasantly surprised with one fight. The other fight, a little heartbroken. Y'all know I wanted Kenny Sims to win. So it is what it is. Yes. Yes. Well, I gotta go to work. This is my Monday. So I'm gonna be short, but I'm definitely blessed. I'm mildly fired up. mildly, mildly. Doing fine. Just enjoying the Sunday. I know. Oh, wow. Yeah, last night's card. They were great. They absolutely were great. So let me get my little thingamajig up here. Um, I'll start with Joshua because I did talk about him, and I do tell people to watch out for Josh. This was his fourth fight last night. Hold on a second, you guys. I tell people to check out the Rocket, right? Former Olympian, heavyweight black man from America. Man, we are looking forward to seeing where this goes with Joshua. I'm ready for Joshua to already get a step up here. Yeah, he has the experience. Talking to my great brother Mike last night, all through the fights and stuff, and we were just trying to think like who would be the next great thing for Joshua, be at his skill level, and it would have to be his former partner and probably still friend, um, Ron Jeremy Jr. That's what I call him, y'all. I'm gonna not call that man that. Let me get this man's name right, because I can never get his name right because I'm always calling him that. Richard Torres Jr. Yeah. They were in the Olympics together. And the last person Richard Torres fought was Guido Vianello. And I thought that fight would go a lot different with Guido being so long and having power. And he's stiff, but I thought he would be able to get off some good straight shots against Richie Torres. He didn't. But the Rocket, very agile, very good accuracy. Just already the IQ's there. I would love to see him fight Richie Torres, and I think he will whoop up on him. Richie is wildling. You know, I call people with them wild looping shots and all over the place. They're wild. They're wildlings. Let me see. Well, first, let me start here because yes, it shall. I believe. You know, a lot of people don't. I have faith. I have faith that it was going to jump back off in 2023, and I feel like it did. I'm pretty good about how I be feeling on the inside coming to fruition. The atmosphere in Chicago. Oh man, were you there, Kim? Did you go? Were you lucky enough to be in the house last night? I bet it was amazing. Joshua Edwards was sharp, yeah. Even though it is, and So that was another conversation we were having last night. Let me finish reading this. I love how he was putting it together. Yeah, every time he does. Um, I would love to see Joshua get some rounds in, or at least one good fight, so I could just really gauge what he does. Because in the show last night, they were saying they're thinking of fast tracking him from starting at 8 and 10 rounds. We've seen that happen with Andy. I feel like Keyshawn was fast tracked after a certain point as well. So why not? I mean, the skill is there, and obviously you don't want to push these men too fast, too far. But he has the actual experience. Amateur, Olympian. It's just evident, and some of these guys that he's knocking them out in the first round. I think he has one second round. I mean, this was only his fourth fight. Absolutely would love to see him um, fast track, so to speak. I'm not opposed to that at all. I wasn't there, but that's something I always noticed watching fights. Yeah, I tell you what, when Kenny Sims walked in the building, oh yeah, I heard it. I heard it. Not so much with Duarte, but I know that they also have an immigrant community there that are Hispanic, so I'm sure they showed up. They never fail to do that when their people are fighting. So anyhow, yes, Joshua Edwards ended up beating Cayman Audi, first round knockout. The guy took the fight. From what I heard, he was drunk. He didn't even remember that he accepted the fight the next day. Yeah. We need some more competition. I would love to see him get some rounds in, at least a six with someone who's competitive. At least 6 rounds with a competitive fighter, right? Um, Tristan Kalkruth and Devontae Williams. That was a good fight. It was a little weird. Um, it was short lived as well. I really wasn't impressed with Tristan the first time I saw him his last fight. I think he fought at light heavy, but he came in 7 pounds over. However, he's fighting at cruiser and came in 7 pounds over. But last night, I thought that was heavy because he's a big guy. I don't know. I may have all this confused. It's saying cruiser still. Whatever the case. So that's what it was. He fought at light heavy last time, but he came in 7 pounds overweight. So this fight was at cruiserweight. He's 15-1-0. Devontae was 13-2-0. I thought Devontae was doing very well. Tristan was doing very well. Good clean shots. Um, it's just weird because he hit Devontae, Tristan did, and he went down. I kind of went back to look at it a couple of times, and I'm like, I'm assuming this is a temple shot, a left to the temple, left hook to the temple. Devontae fell, and then he got up, and I think Tristan thought the fight was over. I don't recall the ref waving the fight off. There was no count to my knowledge. I can't recall a count, but Devontae walks off like the fight's over, spits his mouthpiece out. But then the ref's like, no, y'all get back in there. And then at the end of that round, the third, Devontae quits on the stool. Like I was just majorly confused. I don't know what the hell he was looking at, dude. I don't know what he was looking at. I wasn't crazy about that one. I wasn't really crazy about a lot of them fights. I was watching them, but I was there was stuff going on in the house. There's always stuff going on in my house, man. Plus, he fought a last minute. Oh, okay. Devontae was. I think I did hear that. Absolutely, I think I did hear that. Even though he got the stoppage, I would just like to see more from Tristan. As big as that dude is, I and don't knock me. 6'5" with the 79-inch reach. Why aren't you a heavyweight, dude? I don't know. I don't know about these dudes sometimes with this weight. Okay, so the next fight is a fight that I said I did not want to see. After watching the fights the previous week, um, watching Tony Harrison, and again, that was not a bad fight, but I did not want to see Regis again. Um, Jojo Diaz, I wasn't, but much to my chagrin, I was pleasantly surprised, very pleasantly surprised. That was a very good fight, um, to an exception, right? Because Regis, oh my goodness, it's time. It's time. He said he was going to bare knuckle. Whatever you gonna do, I think it's time for him to get up out of boxing. But one caveat: I would not mind a rematch for that particular. The fight was actually good. It was very action packed, and I will say this for Regis: he stood in there through it all. He stood in there. Um, he came out the corner jabbing like I've never seen Regis jab before. It was actually a very beautiful thing to watch. Let me turn down my phone and notifications. It was very beautiful to watch the jabbing that he was doing. Um, it was I thought about that card as like a showdown. It was like the showdown, the last showdown for two old gunslingers, right? And considering JoJo like has lost 6 out of his last 8 fights, um, it's just kind of the end of the road fight is really what I thought it was. We've just seen Regis decline. Um, he didn't have a chin to me in his last fight. Like it was evident that that was going, but this fight, man, round one, Regis got knocked and was Bambi leg. The legs weren't there all fight. The chin wasn't there all fight. Um, Regis got off a lot of good shots, but I feel like JoJo absolutely got the more power shots, the more effective and clean shots, and he was catching Regis. And again, Regis would just kind of, but he hung in there. Shout out to Regis for hanging in there and taking some of that damage, man. Uh, Regis versus JoJo ended up being it. It did. I am absolutely not at all upset with that fight. Not at all, Cam. Regis fighting on the inside with JoJo made it a tougher. Yeah, yeah. If he kept the fight more on the outside and mixed it up to the inside, he would have won. But see, he doesn't have the feet to get in and out. I don't feel like Regis has ever um had that type of agility, to get in and out. Absolutely letting JoJo get close, get on the inside. It made the difference. And you know, Stormy Pet he made the comment last night. And I always talk about these guys with this particular body build, this broad, wide, large canvas for a center mass, but they got these little T-Rex arms, right? That was him and JoJo. That's him and JoJo. His footwork is absolutely horrible. I was getting ready to say a word that I don't like to say. It starts with the T and ends with the H, but I'm not gonna. Man, very good fight though, and surprisingly ended um with Regis winning, because I definitely didn't expect him to win. But I felt like he win in the long run. I do, even considering all the stumbling, fumbling and bumbling. He definitely got off more shots, in my opinion. I know I was looking at CompuBox and I'm like, no. There was plenty of times when JoJo was just sitting behind that high guard and Regis was working. So there was a little something though. 98-92, Mike Fitzgerald. This was a ref's card. I don't know what that was about. It wasn't that far. I think I scored it 6-4 for Regis. So Cassandra Lewis and Nathan Palmer scored at 96-94. I don't know where this 98, I always be wondering with these judges, if they're not in the pocket, then where the hell are you sitting and what are you watching, right? That's what I'll be wondering. The main card, I was excited for this fight. Absolutely, for Kenneth Sims Jr. Um, I likened him to like something of what we saw of Shushu fighting Hader. Very good feet, very good upper body, very good boxing ability. Period. Skill, and he was, um, and it looked a lot like I thought it would last night to a degree. Okay, um, hmm, I feel like he absolutely was doing well, especially the first half. Right, staying lateral movement, back on the back foot, boxing like I knew he would, getting his good clean shots in. And I'm gonna start with what I saw from Kenny. Um, again, I absolutely I love his style of fighting, his boxing. We knew going in he didn't have the power though, which he absolutely needed. He absolutely needed just some pop last night. He he was even going to the body. I dare say he could have went to the body a little more. Um, what really shocked me in that fight is how freaking big and humongous Duarte looked, y'all. Like the shoulders, the freaking traps, his back. Like it was just. I watched the weigh in and I just did not recall him looking that brolic. And it's like he came in last night and he just hulked out. Like I don't know. I was tripping. I really was. It was conversations being had about how big this man's back, arms, and shoulders were compared to the day before. Duarte did much what I thought he would: press, 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 jab, stab, jab to the body, the hooks, right? Kenneth was getting shots off in between. Let me see what you. Oh, okay, good. I'm glad I'm not alone. Man, he's bigger than he was. Like I'll just say that. And he was just coming like a demon. But again, Kenneth would get off with him. There were times I feel like he beat him to a punch with him. That was the when it became a little dangerous for me. Kenneth already takes fire, especially headshots, right? But with somebody like Duarte, a puncher, I don't think it's wise so much to be punching with the puncher. Between shots, in that downtime, sure. But see, let me see. Duarte is has well now he's 32-1 with 23 knockouts. Kenneth 22 3-1 with 8 knockouts. Like you, another thing I did say about Kenny, he is durable. He is durable. He could take shots, he could take fire, but why would you want to? And then why would you want to, especially from a puncher? Okay. How you doing, NBA D Nice? Welcome in, family. It's good to see you. Grand Rising. Okay. The fight was amazing. Yeah, it was. It really was. And I thought it would be. Cam, in my mind, I saw him out boxing that man. That's what I wanted because I know he's capable. Um, Duarte is dogged. If he's nothing else, he's gonna keep coming. He's gonna keep coming at you. When he fought Ryan, which is the only time I believe he's ever been knocked out. Yeah, because he's only has the two losses to Ryan Garcia and Adrian Estrella, and that was a split decision. Ryan clipped him with the right hook to the temple, and it got him woozy. Ryan saw that and he capitalized, right. He pressed, started throwing the hooks, and he got the knockout. But I wanted Kenny to do that a little bit more too. He was throwing a lot of shots to the face. I wanted him to come around the guard and check them temples. And just really work that body because of the mass. I wanted him to weaken Duarte's legs a lot, a lot, a lot. But it didn't work out that way. It was still an amazing fight. It absolutely was. Shout out to Kenny. He tried to keep that fight for the most part in the center of that ring, and that's where he was doing the best. Somebody like Duarte, you don't want to get your back to the ropes. You don't want to get in that triangle. Um, but it happened. You know what I mean? It happened a few times, but and there were times I felt like he languished a little bit, and I don't even like to say language because that means you just laying up on the things. And I don't feel like he did, but he definitely would get caught, and he would get in trading. He would start trading, and I just did not like that. I feel like had he made more of an effort to make the lateral movement, had he made more of an effort to turn, like actual turn, stepping around him, pivoting out instead of just backing out so much, I think it would have made a huge difference to the judges' eyes, possibly, because he boxed very well, y'all, and I knew he would. Shout out to Kenny. Uh, Prayerfully, uh, Oscar, and I don't mean Duarte. I'm talking about the head of Golden Bay. He'll have him back, and he'll be fighting again soon, because we know De La Hoya tends to sometimes shelve the black fighters, especially when you lose. But hopefully, we'll be seeing more from Kenny Sims Jr. Kudos to Oscar Duarte. I believe they said that this was going to be for a title, a shot at a title, and it is going to be Gary Antoine Russell. Man, look, you ain't making it through that one. I don't care, Oscar. And apparently his power was not which I've seen this before in doing film study with Ant. His power ain't what people think it is in the first place. This is Oscar Duarte. So again, and that would be hard to gauge because a lot of people may have thought Kenny should have gotten, stumbled. Kenny is very durable. He takes shots like that. He just doesn't have the pop to hit back and stumble somebody. Judges pretty much gave this fight to Duarte due to his activity and him coming forward throughout. That's absolutely correct. That's absolutely correct. I mean, again, Kim, do I think fights could be won on the back foot? Absolutely, I do. So long as you are fighting, so long as you stay busy and your hands are in that lane of traffic, and you're getting off the more effective shots. Like, it depends on the judges you're working with as well. How you doing, Universal Truth? Grand rising to you. Blessings to you. How you doing, Joseph Townsend? Thank you. Thank you for the morning love. How you doing, family? The loss for Sims Jr. definitely should keep him in contention. Yeah, because it was a close. And I feel like it was. It was, but let me look at them scorecards again. Yeah, because except for that 116, 112. Again, I guess it depends on where you're sitting. But Gallardo had it as a draw, 114, 114. Mike Fitzgerald again, 115, 113. So it was It's the WBA title eliminator at 140. That's what that was, and it is again. Yeah, it's gonna be for a shot at Gar. I like that, and I absolutely have him beating the crap out of Oscar Duarte, much like he did El Rayo. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's what we need. Grand Rising Daryl, how are you doing? It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a long time, long time. Kondo, how you doing, beloved? Grand Rising to you. I hope you're feeling well. Hope you're feeling well and doing well. Duarte was at number 4. Sims Jr. was number 5. Yeah, going into this fight in the WBA 140. I do recall that. I recall seeing that in the rankings. So, in the rankings. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I don't know why this has been a conversation this week. I do, but I mean, I think I've mentioned it before, so I'm like, eh. Um, Let me look at my rankings here. And I seen Elda was on this morning before I got on. I didn't get a chance to watch, but I know he went in and did his thing. And I'll probably watch it once I get on this truck this morning and hit this road. The boxing rankings. So the conversation has been about the WBA. Is it WBA? Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, now I don't see it, you guys. How so very freaking interesting. Y'all, look, let me share my flippity flapping screen. This is something else. Hold up. Wait a dang dong minute. Wait a minute. Let me go here. I had posters I was supposed to be showing while I talk, but let me do this. Because I'm a little baffled by what I'm looking at right at this moment. Here we go. So, what the hell? What the helly? What the hell? Um, Yesterday, the day before yesterday, wait a minute, let me shout out the family. And let me do this. Duarte looks like another pit bull cruise to me. Not much skill. He just comes forward with a lot of looping shots. It's something like that, Daryl. I think he has a little bit, tiny bit more in the basket of by way of shot punch selection. But the footwork is. I ain't gonna use that word. I ain't gonna use that one word, y'all. I'm gonna be good. His footwork leaves a lot to be imagined. We'll just say that. And I don't like looping shots. I don't like them. They are nasty. Straight shots are the best. Get to the point. We talked about it on my show the other day. If it goes to a close decision, Sims Jr. won't get the nod. Yeah, yep, and I agreed, and I felt so too in doing my film study. Grand Rising 903, how you doing, family? It's good to see you in here this morning. Good, good. That's what I love to hear. And yes, prayers. I pray for you, brother. And I don't know if you were planning on coming to Vegas, but if so, I will see you there. I will see you there. I know you're not feeling the best. How you doing this morning, TD? How you doing, Sunshine? How you doing? Grand Rising Freedom's March. How you doing, family? I know your butt was up early cooking. You and Coach Hudson. Mm-hmm. Going in on a janitor. Going in on a janitor. Grand Rising Shaquila. How you doing, big sis? I know you're probably on your way out, and I know where you're probably going. And blessings to you. And have a blessed week. A blessed week, big sis. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Man, where's Rolly, y'all? Where the hell is Rolly? The last couple of days there was a lot of conversation about Rolly, which was actually to be expected that this man was going to be elevated to the regular WBA champion. He was sitting at number one. Sitting at number one. And he was actually there. I don't know exactly what the hell happened, why he's not showing up here now. I'm very confused. Matter of fact, yeah. Ah, yeah, he's not anywhere to be found. Very strange. And again, maybe I will absolutely um listen to the brother L Dub to see if he talks about this and if he knows what happens, because yeah, Rolly was elevated to the WBA regular champion. Um which I was actually a little upset by, because Rolly has consistently said he does not want to fight anyone worth a damn. He wants to fight Manny Pacquiao. And maybe, I don't know. Like, I'm just gonna have to look into this and see what exactly is going on. I don't. Did they catch wind of that and say, "No, we ain't having it. You ain't Mario Barrios"? Like, I don't know. I'm very confused. But the WBO's Brian Norman, WBC Mario Barrios, September 13th, I believe, we get the rematch of Lewis Crocker and Patty Donovan. Look, I'm excited for that fight. For one, I'm excited to get the champion, a solid champion for the IBF, so we know who it is. And I believe I know who's going to win that fight based on the last fight. Um, Lewis Crocker, he lost in my mind. Had Donovan not gotten disqualified, Lewis Crocker would have lost that fight, in my opinion. He did nothing but stay behind the high guard, throw a jab here and there, stab jab here and there. Patty Donovan worked. That man was working, punching through the guard, punching around the guard, body shots, footwork was there, like, and he was getting called for headbutts, right? The thing is, in Lewis Crocker sitting behind that high guard, like so many of these people that do, their head is forward. And a matter of fact, I want to say damn near in front of his front lead foot, just crouched over in the high. You're not doing nothing, you're not working. And when Patty would come in close to like do the fighting in the phone booth, well, yeah, of course their foreheads were meeting at that point. Like, it is what it is. This time, I think Patty will make adjustments. I also think that Lewis will make adjustments, but I think Patty Donovan will end up being our welterweight IBF champion. I could be wrong, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually a little excited. I don't know that I care about the rest of the card, y'all. I just want to see how things shake out with the champion. But now we are looking at a WBA that is vacant. I don't know. Again, I'm very confused. Shakram Giyasov is number one, and Mantis Stanionis is number two. I don't know how he gets there after losing, but hey, and it shows him coming up 2 spots from number four. Number four is now Ryan, y'all. WBA. I want to flip off the screen, but I would never do that to y'all. I would never do that to y'all ever. TD Sports Talk is, yes. You talking about this crazy that he wants to fight freaking Manny? It's ridiculous if that's what you're talking about. If only Sims had. I know, that's what I was saying too. And I mean, but we knew this going in. We knew this going in. It was very wishful thinking to hope Sims would win just off his boxing ability alone. When you talk about fighting somebody like Oscar Duarte, with the pressure, with the hooks, overhand chopping, looping hooks. Same thing Sasaki did versus Norman. What is that, family? What's the same thing Sasaki did? Look, I'm late. I am late in the chat. Hold on. This is something I meant to do. Because I ain't gonna be here too much longer. But I said that I would, and I definitely am a person of my word. There you go. Um, Welterweight division is shaky. You know what? Okay, see, we're not doing that this morning. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. What are you talking about? Stop it. Stop it. Y'all, Thomas be messing with me. I think the welterweight division, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna shake itself out, right? Um, it's something else. Okay. I made a short video and let me see if I could get this image up here for you guys. Um, I don't know if I have it readily available. It's not in that folder. I usually don't really like to do this. I usually try to have my little ducks in a row. But clearly today, I don't. It's not in my live folder. Or this guy. Okay. Well, apparently, I'm slipping. And I don't have my picture. But I talked about it anyway in a short little 2-minute video. And it is a fight that is being announced on a new fight, I should say, being announced for the November 22nd card. And apparently, according to some of the comments I'm getting, people are feeling one way or another about Artur Beterbiev versus Najee Lopez. Y'all. I'm excited for Najee. This is a great opportunity for him. Now some people feel like I know you have, and I'm gonna get on you. I feel like this is a great opportunity for Najee, you guys. Very exciting. I'm even a little nervous, and it ain't even November 20th. But Artur Beterbiev, I think he's ready though. I think he is. I think, and there's only one way to find out. We know that. There's only one way to find out, and that is to go through the fire. And I think Najee has what it takes. Now, Artur is a fighter that I really like a lot. Surely many of us like, and we know what we see when we're looking at Artur, but I was surprised when he fought Bivol. And not to say that Bivol was not a great fighter. I just thought we'd see a little bit more now. It's top heavy like the German soccer league. You're giving me, you know what? 903. I'll put y'all in the trash can today. I'll put y'all in the trash. Y'all need to leave the welterweight alone. Leave the welterweights alone. It will be fine. It just needs something young. Exactly. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. And look, they got Regis and JoJo up there now. Like shit. Hey, that fight. Well, I already talked about that fight. What do you mean what? What do you mean what? What happened? Najee gets his yes. This is a huge opportunity for him. Not only just to fight. Jeez Louise. Artur Beterbiev, he gets to make a bag in Riyadh, you guys. That it's such a huge opportunity. And if you did not know, because I didn't know, Najee is my Israelite brother. I didn't know that he was an Israelite, y'all. I'm so excited for him. Show the world how good he is. Yes. Grand Rising Eric, how are you doing, EJ? Welcome in. Blessings to you, family. Um, yeah. So again, I said I wasn't gonna stay long. But I was supposed to be going through this boxing news. Um, and I thought it was some more to it. Apparently not. This is something that is new to me. So I'm gonna read this one. And I'm not sad. Josh Taylor retires. Woo! This is a week ago. I didn't even hear this. Former undisputed super lightweight king Josh Taylor has laced his gloves for the final time after doctors warned that a recurring eye issue could threaten his sight. The 34-year-old Scot broke the news on Instagram, saying medical specialists sadly advise him to step away or risk losing my eyesight. Very interesting. I didn't know that. Shout out to Josh Taylor. Again, I don't come here to disrespect fighters. Um, it's just some news, right? I was about to say, where's Coach Hudson? I think Coach Hudson took off on us. But that I don't think I have any more news that I could think of. I haven't been scrolling and trolling. I don't troll, but X this morning to read on anything extra, and a lot of the other things I covered. The fake Tank retirement. I didn't ever really talk about Tio and Shakur going at it and supposedly fighting. When it comes to Tio, I just don't believe. I'm not a believer. I'm not a believer. He says a lot of shit, but he does not follow through. I think he is a major clout chaser when it comes to trying to just get attention, and not actually fighting the people we want to. He's just another one of those people. So, how you doing, Stormy? Here we go. I'm gonna be scrolling, trolling. Grand Rising, Stormy. Matter of fact, it is. Yeah, it's about time for Stormy to be doing his Sunday morning show. And again, I'm going to work. It's my Monday. I don't. I promise you, I don't. I don't even get on X, but every like 5 days, if that. So, yeah. You should. You should at Ric Flair. Woo scroll. You know what? I would, but not this morning. I don't even think I can hit that octave this morning. The way I'm feeling. But I think that's gonna be it for me, you guys. I don't have much more. No. And I'm really shocked that I couldn't find my little picture that I made. But such is life. Stormy, are you going live next? Let the good people know. If so, we can travel over to your spot. I definitely would be in there while I get ready to go to work. Anyhow, as well, before you guys leave, if you have a channel, please feel free to link your channels. Always in my chat. Link your channels. We're all we got. Gotta represent TD Sports, Freedom's March. You always get me, Stormy 903. Anyone who's in here doing content. Okay, so 30 minutes. Freedom's March, I appreciate your work. And I mean, you have been, you've been going ham, family. I don't know why you would do that, EJ. Because I ain't said this morning. Freedom's March is on a whole nother level, y'all. Thank you, EJ. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate the Cash App family. I appreciate that very much. It's some coffee, okay? Hey, little bro, how you doing, Pac-Man Tay? And Just Do. Look, y'all come I know. I did a spontaneous showing. Yeah, that's gonna be my new word. I ain't popping up. It's spontaneously just showing up on your That's what I did this morning. Um, it's good to see you guys though. You don't play with liars. You don't play with nobody. Freedom's March. No, 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 no. You be laying down the law on your channel. Oh, and I see the great king, Dr. Boxer Talk. Man, how you doing, family? It's good to see you and it's here this morning too. Thank you. So yes, you guys, yeah, link your channels. I know you don't. Yeah, I think I said that. I know you don't. I know you don't. And shout out to Tay. Shout out to Tay for the news yesterday anyway about Arthur and Najee. If you have not seen, he did a video on it yesterday evening. So all these people in here are great content creators, you guys. They all add something to me different from the norm. A lot of insight. Okay, TD, there you go. TD is a person who's out in the field. Somebody I would really say is a actual um, news body, like someone who's actually out there touching the ground, talking to fighters, taking pictures with fighters, taking pictures with the ladies, making the fellas jealous. Yeah, TD be on it. TD be on it. Somebody with a true to life um, press pass. Okay, again, just thank you, Stormy. Yeah, Dr. Boxing Talk, link your channel. Another great channel. You going live today, Tay? You know I'll be there. You know I'll be there. Like I said, Stormy's up next. Um, Thank you guys for coming in. I did go early. I did go live a little early because I knew Stormy would probably come on. I needed to get this off though, because this week again is a meet and greet week. My husband and I will be driving to Las Vegas. And you know, I ain't start getting ready yet. I won't get back here till Tuesday morning. So, I mean, I got some clothes in the bag, but it's like, eh. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I appreciate you guys coming in here. I love you very much. And I will bid you adieu. Let me get my little bull together here. You guys be blessed and have a blessed week. A blessed week. I pray that the Most High covers you all and keeps you safe. And again, yeah, I love y'all. I'll be back and we'll be back with some more boxing because I think our next thing is y'all, I'm not excited. Okay. Dillian White and Moses Atoma. I think that's next. I don't like I'm gonna be positive. Y'all be blessed, you and your families and your homes. I love you guys very much.